Hi guys, in today's video I want to talk to you about the GoPro display mod as accessory that can be added to the GoPro media mod. Now, is this guy any good? What's his pros and cons? Well, I'm going to tell you all about it in the video. Hi guys, in today's video I want to talk to you about the GoPro display mod accessory that can be added on as part of the GoPro media mod. So what are the pros and cons? What are my thoughts after using it for a few months? And is it actually worth the money? Well, let's find out in this video. GoPro display mod can also be purchased from the GoPro site, and I think it retails for around about $40 or maybe $30 or something like that, a little bit of a discount if you're a subscriber. Okay, so one thing to bear in mind is that the GoPro display mod can only be used in conjunction with the GoPro media mod. So it actually connects to the little mini HDMI port at the back of the media mod. So I found there's actually no other way of being able to connect this display mod to any other camera, for example. If you want to connect to a DSLR or some other action camera, you can't. It only works with the GoPro cameras, and as I said, you can't connect it to any other cage or something like that because you need access to an HDMI port on the GoPro, which only the media mod supplies. So if you are interested in the display mods for vlogging purposes, then bear in mind you will also need to get yourself hands on the media mod as well. Now, if you do that, then the little combination of the two together, the media mod and display mod, is actually quite a nice little vlogging setup with the addition of the microphone that's built into the media mod. Or you can also, of course, attach another external microphone on the side here, like a wireless mic or something like that, and you've also got the ability to connect a 3.5mm microphone, so for example a lavalier microphone or something, and you can actually obviously have display mod. Why might you want the display mod? Well, as you know, you can actually display your lovely face for vlogging on the front screen, but first of all, it's very, very small, as it's quite difficult to see at any distance. And I've also noticed that in sort of high contrast situations, like if it's sort of sunny day or something like that, it's actually quite difficult to see due to the brightness of that screen. It's not very bright. So the display mod actually gives you a little bit of a bigger screen. It's not huge by any stretch of imagination. It's probably a tiny bit smaller than the actual screen at the back, but it's certainly bigger than the one at the front, so you can see your lovely face on the display mod. It's also much brighter as well, so you can if you sit in like sunlight situations, I find it's much easier to see it on display mod than looking on the little tiny screen. So that's its advantage. Now, what about the disadvantage? Well, disadvantage is that obviously the price, it's not cheap. It only can work with the GoPro cameras, doesn't work with anything else. You can't use it as an external film monitor for any other action camera. It's now kind of like a question mark, because the sort of flip up screen effectively option that we have now on the GoPro cameras is now sort of offered by the likes of the Insta360 Go 3 and also the Insta360 Ace Pro. They've also got like a pop-up screen, so kind of question mark about whether to use this actual setup. The other thing I'm not very happy about is if you want to change your settings or something like that, it switches off the screen at the back, which is really kind of annoying. You still do actually get this screen at the front, and let me just show you what I mean by actually switching on the camera. Okay, so now that the display mod is actually on, you probably can't see it very well on the actual this bright day, but you've got the picture on the display mod. You also can see the settings on the front screen, so that's quite good, so you can sort of see what mode you're in and stuff like that, because if you're vlogging without it, you either won't see anything at all, or you could just see the settings, for example, on their own, but you couldn't see your lovely face. But another annoying thing is it actually switches off the screen on the back, so if you want to change the settings, for example, you have to unplug you could unplug the display mod, or you switch it off, and then the actual settings appears on the back of the screen. You can then sort of touch it, change the settings, and then you have to switch the display mod back on again. So that's a little bit of a pain in the bum, I suppose. The other thing I don't like is that it does have an issue for it to kind of flicker. I've got some issue where I bought the display mod a few times. The first one I got second hand, and it had an issue where it was constantly flickering. So I sent that back. I then bought a new one from GoPro site. The first one I had also had this flickering issue, not quite as bad as the used one, but still did exist, which I didn't expect from the GoPro. And this is a replacement display mod here. It's much better than the previous one from GoPro, but it still also flickers very occasionally, not all the time, just very occasionally it will just sort of flicker. And I'm going to try and insert a video. I've got one of it doing that. You know, it's a little bit off-putting when you're trying to do a vlog and you can see the screen flickering, but you know, I said it's very, very microscopic and it doesn't happen very often. Maybe like once every sort of 3 or 4 minutes or something you might see a little flicker, but it's just something to bear in mind. And I've contacted GoPro and they seem to just say it's not really an issue, or you know, kind of tough luck basically. But you know, it's not the end of the world. Alright, so that's pretty much it for display mod. I've said it's, I wouldn't suggest buying it unless you kind of already got the GoPro camera and you're very interested in doing vlogging. It's quite useful in that situation to be able to see the screen. But it does have its annoyances where in fact you change, as I said, the settings on the back of the screen. Okay guys, if you find this video useful, of course, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button because it really does help the channel grow and I really appreciate your help in doing that. If you have any questions about the GoPro, don't be shy, just ask me in the comments and I'm going to try and do my best to help you, whether it's just answering directly in the reply or even do a little video if it needs a little bit more detailed answer. Other than that guys, take care and see you soon.